Hello, my name is April San Pedro and welcome to my video tutorials. Now I'm going to teach you how to design your paper box tissue holder using Sharpie. Here are the materials that you will need. I'm going to post this one on the description below, and you can also catch it on my blog at www.imartisan.com. Now that you've prepared all the materials needed for this DIY, we can now start designing our tissue holder box. First, we need to prime our tissue holder using gesso. I'm using Golden Paint's gesso, which is one of my favorites, and the tissue holder was bought from a local craft store. It is made out of cardboard, and you'll find other designs such as jewelry boxes, as you can see on the upper left or near the brush. But in case you cannot find a material such as this, you can simply use tissue holder made out of wood. Just make sure that you gesso it first before painting on it. Now the reason why we're doing this is because we want the paint or any medium to stick right away on your surface. Once you've primed it, you can use any medium such as acrylic, watercolor, or in our case, we're using markers. Plus, this will make the colors brighter. So this is very essential if you're using a wood material or if you're using a dark surface. Now the gesso will make the material into a white color, especially if you apply thick layer of it. But I'm trying to create a chic and rustic tissue holder, so I'm just applying enough layer of gesso to cover the holder. I'm using a 1-inch flat brush intended for acrylic, as I'm applying and smoothing all the edges of the tissue holder. There's no need for you to add gesso inside unless you want to paint on it too. Once you're done priming, let it dry for about 15 minutes or so, and you will also expect to get messy. But don't worry, you can easily remove the gesso on your hands with wet tissue. Here I am drafting my florals or image on the surface using this vintage illustration pattern as my guide and a Prismacolor Erase brown pencil, or you can use any lead pencil that you have. I'm drawing the florals and leaves on the right side, and then later on I'm gonna add a coat on the left part of the tissue holder. There's no really need for you to draft your drawing, but if you're not yet sure of your layout, drafting your images or your drawing will become handy. You may also extend your drawing at the bottom part of the tissue holder. Just make sure your drawings are connected with each other, especially when the tissue holder is closed. Alright, so I'm done drafting my image. Now it's time for us to use our Sharpie markers. Here, I'm using a fine tip Sharpie marker as I'm shading the flowers using 2 shades per color. Now, if you notice, I'm using a paper on the lower right side to test my Sharpie every now and then. I'm doing this because sometimes the marker will pick up some of the gesso on the tip of the marker. So if this happens, just run your marker on the piece of paper and your Sharpie is good to go. Now, another tip if you're using Sharpie markers on other surfaces aside from paper, try writing sideways instead of pointing the tip downwards. By doing so, you will make the flow of the ink better. It's also best to prepare all the colors that you need, so once you're doing the coloring, it's just easier for you to pick which color to use. Here, I'm just playing with 4 colors, which is the green, pink, orange, and yellow. Now, I'm using the lighter shade to color the entire drawing, and then the darker one to add the details. Here I am just adding more details for the outline, and then I search for a coat. I'm using a love coat here and writing it with the ultrafine Sharpie marker. Aside from the quotes, you can also write lyrics from your favorite song, or if you want to use this as a gift, you can write monograms or family names. Alright, now that I'm done with the flower and the coat, I want to add stains on the tissue holder. Now, one thing you should know about Sharpie, it's an alcohol-based marker, meaning you can use alcohol to blend the colors. So you're doing this if you want to create a gradient or you want to lessen the pigment. Now, if you have a blending pen, you can also do that, but a simple alcohol will do the trick. Now, all you have to do is shade any color at the edge of the holder and then spray an alcohol and blend it with a brush. You can also add two colors and blend them together. If you made a mistake, don't worry, you can just cover it up by adding or applying a thin layer of gesso. For the final touch, I'm just adding washi tape. You can also use stickers or cutouts for this one. There you go, you just made your very own tissue box holder. I also designed a small jewelry box, perfect for souvenirs or as a gift. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, do subscribe for more DIY videos. It would be awesome if you can like and share this video. Feel free to leave me a comment if you have questions about this tutorial. Thank you for watching and see you on my next video.